Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. It is a magnificent Monday, and if you are on the block right now, you are in the house. What is good, Kris?
Yes, sir. We back at it again. That's it. It's over. Just sell everything. Crypto's going to zero, man. It's all pointless.
We are so not back. Is that what you're telling me, bro?
nah, I'm just playing, bro. Look, we're perma bulls. We're always looking for the gems. We're always trying to make money. We're always looking for the alpha. We stay away from the haters. We stay away from negativity. And when markets go down, we're in the trenches, baby. We never left. I can't tell you how many times where I go on Twitter, I see so many inactive accounts, and they just disappeared. Like, oh my god, I'll come back when the sunshine and rainbows are back. And we're sitting here just like, bro, we're looking at another meme coins. We're looking at altcoins. We're trying to make plays, and that's what it's all about right now. Because here's the thing. Here's the deal. Millionaires are made right now. They ain't made when the green candles come in. And that's the thing, because you're in this comfortable place, right? Because we know this market's going to go up sooner or later, and it's trading sideways. Altcoins are getting slaughtered. This is like a Christmas present. I don't know, like, what do you think about this, man? Am I crazy?
Look, man, I think one of the mentees that I'm working with said it best. Okay, I won't say his name, but he is in our group, and he is a young guy. All right, and he said this part of the market is such a blessing for me because he just started understanding about pulse chain and cryptocurrency and some of these different types of robust decentralized systems just a few months ago. But he learned quickly about it, and he didn't have enough dry powder to get started. So he just wanted to jump right into this thing when he started learning about stuff. But this timing gave him the ability when we seen Pulse go down more to be able to hop in. So he saw it as a blessing. I see it as a blessing. Look, man, when things aren't going up, you have blood in the streets. You've got to stay optimistic. Like Kris said, we have not gone anywhere. We've been here every single day for almost 4 years straight now. So look, you just got to stay dedicated.
Yes, sir. It's all about that commitment and just sticking with it. So in this live stream, we got a lot of stuff to talk about charts because some big stuff's popping off. And as usual, we find stuff that no one else is talking about. We tell you guys first. And typically some bigger YouTube channel comes around and copies what we're saying, copies our flow, all that good stuff. And it's gonna be awesome because like once some of this stuff comes to fruition, we'll just clip it up, put on Twitter, let it go viral, and we'll get cloud off you cloud chasers. But we need to talk about what are the next meme coin ecosystems, quote unquote. Where's money moving to? And then we get into these charts, man. So you ready to rock and roll?
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
All
All right,
right.
we got nine guys in here. If you the nine faithful, the number of completion, the complete nine right now that I need to smash that like button and get 9 likes is gonna advance us in that algorithm. Please smash that like button and let's get some people in here. There's blood in the streets and nobody wants to watch crypto right now. What do you think, man?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I think this is the time to be watching crypto. So good stuff. Now, I want to bring something up about the Blast airdrop. And I'm just gonna share the screen. I'll read it out and all that good stuff. But basically, if you guys have been paying attention to what recently just happened, Blast just had a massive airdrop. And long story short, people were flooding it. They were freaking out. And they're saying, "Oh, I didn't get my tokens, or I didn't get enough money, or whatnot." And the main point I'm trying to get across here is Blast was launched with $20 million of VC funding. That is the lowest layer 2, layer 1, and even some DEX funding across the board. They did not have that much money. And most of the tokens that they're airdropping to people are people that use the network, and that was money that was basically taken from transactions on the chain and used to reward the users of the chain. So the reason why I'm putting this up here is because this chain got massively flooded. I absolutely love it. I love it when people hate on something because that gives me more of incentivization to jump in, get into the ecosystem, because by the time this project converts you from being a non-believer to a believer, that's where the appreciation comes in. Any thoughts on that?
I just think that what they're doing is first mover, and it's blowing my mind that they were able to collect so much off of fees and give that back instead of hoarding that. I mean, really, it's very revolutionary, and it seems like it's going to step on a lot of toes.
Yeah, and the crazy part about all this is, they have a 2 billion FDV, and then they're going to take that FDV, and then they're just going to airdrop into another season, and then another season after that, and then another season after that, and then another season after that. So the idea is it's going to incentivize on-chain using on-chain activity. Now, the next thing I want to point out, and this guy points it out very, very nicely about what's going on with Blast. It has its own stablecoin. And for some reason, every time we get into projects, we somehow end up getting into stablecoins. It started with PDI, and then PUSDC, and then we had a few other projects that wanted to launch on Pulsion with the stablecoin. So for some reason, we're the stablecoin guys. Now, what I'm seeing with Blast is they're setting up a layer 2 that has everything. DeFi, meme coins, stablecoin, and just anything that you need to use, it can be done on chain. I think this USDB is the main reason why it's getting taxed so much, because there's a stablecoin war going on right now, and none of you guys know about it. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because people are taking their assets on Blast, they're minting USDB, and on top of that, they're earning yield. And this is 2 to 5% real yield based off of all the transactions approved on the Blast chain. And also on top of that, Blast is launching their own validator for Ethereum. They're finding so many innovative ways to create passive income. Like, honestly, this layer 2 just blows my mind every time I look into it. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, I think when we see this FUD, we got to investigate deeper into the mechanics of what it's doing, and the fact that it's got its own stable coin, and that, man, it's just it's rubbing people the wrong way, and it's catching my attention, no doubt. I would like to be vested into this early. I think it's providing utility to the native token, and that's something that a lot of these layer twos can learn from.
Exactly. Good stuff. Awesome. And then also another thing I want to point out, we're big guys on Andy. And what's really funny is a lot of people are basically taking all their blasts and they're borrowing against USDB, and they're using it to buy more Andy, which is crazy. I did not think about this, but this is absolutely brilliant, because by using that as collateral, they can get into a meme coin, and then based off of what Andy does, they can use that to cover and get back their blasts. So basically cover their collateral, which is absolutely genius. Now, I just want to take a quick look at the blast chart. We personally don't own the blast token. All of it's in Andy. But the one thing I want to say about this project launch right now, what was that market cap? $373 million. And the FDV is 2.15 billion. Now, the reason why I want to point out the FDV, this isn't money going straight to a VC fund. It's getting airdropped to users that are using the chain. This is different. When you look at the FDV on Optimism Arbitron, a good portion of that is going to VC funds. This isn't. I want to make that crystal clear. Some of them might have some sort of ecosystem expansion, yada, yada, yada. That's not the case with Blast. It's based off of who uses the chain and projects that actually build on top of the chain. So it basically pays you to use it. Now, just taking a quick look at this launch, of course, if it's an airdrop, people are going to come in, sell off, and then just do absolutely and just try to earn. Now, there's a clear magnet right here sitting at about 0.0239. And then I would probably say, there's a little bit of a boxing opportunity right in here. Depending on how airdrop season 2 goes, this thing could very well just continue to trade sideways. But sooner or later, we're going to start to see more money flood into Blast, and then we're going to start to see a pivot. And the reason why I'm talking about this pivot is because the tokens that are being launched to users and people that believe in the chain, 70% of that monetary value is staying on chain. 70%. No other chain is doing that specifically. So the reason why I'm saying this is extremely important is because there's going to come a time where Blast is going to pivot, and it's sitting at about 365 million. This thing could easily get into the billions, if not tens of billions. So I would not be surprised if we see Blast get into a $10 billion market cap, a $20 billion market cap, even a $30 billion market cap, which is 100x from right now. So I do think it's a great play, but keep in mind, we're more bullish on Andy. We think there's going to be more price appreciation behind Andy. So we make our leverage bet on Andy. But the Blast token is a great indicator of the overall ecosystem health. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah, I like the way you broke that down. I was unaware about 70%. That's quite a bit. That's where'd you get that information?
So it was on Twitter. There's one guy named Stan Crypto, really big YouTuber behind Blast. And he absolutely loves his ecosystem. He loves Pac-Man. And to be honest, he was the one who actually really sold me on this. And when I started looking into it and seeing this stuff, it was crazy. But there's that statistic going out there, and if you go and you look on the website, it talks about where the money flows, and you look at the chain of analytics, and it's turning out that most people are just staying on chain and just earning either yield or speculating on meme coins, which is crazy. So
It's brilliant. I mean, incentivizing your users to stay on chain, that's where I want to be, man. That's where I want to be speculating on meme coins and even other things as well. Not just meme coins. I mean, they're going to build a ecosystem that is built to compete, no doubt.
yeah, and the big case I'm trying to get across here, guys, is a meme coin run is coming to Blast. Let me say that one more time. A meme coin run is coming to Blast chain based off the mechanics. What they built could get replicated. And once there's a meme coin run happening, a lot of people are going to come in towards the end. Maybe there'll be extra liquidity. I don't know how it's going to play out. But the main point I'm trying to get across is get there before everyone else. Get there before people start to realize this project is absolutely legit. And all these influencers that aren't getting paid by them, because they don't pay influencers. All they do is just build, and they create this on-chain tokenomics model where you can just onboard people and you have a referral link, and you basically get to earn some Blast tokens that way. They don't pay Kyle Chassis, Crypto Banter, and these guys. That's why they don't say anything about it. And that's why I like it, because Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, they will pay people to talk about their project. Blast won't. And that's the main difference between these two projects. And that's why I absolutely love about it. So yep, good stuff. Blast looking good. We'll probably talk about Andy in a minute. Now, let's talk about Manta Network. This is another thing that nobody picked up on, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so surprised I haven't heard more about this. So there's this new token called USDM. It's actually also on Cardano and a bunch of other blockchains. USDM is now backed by BlackRock's Biddle Fund. So if you guys know Ondo Finance is backed by BlackRock's Biddle Fund. It does a lot of stuff with stablecoin. Basically, you can earn off of like stablecoin yield and securities, tokenized securities through digital assets. Excuse me, little bit of a brain fart. Now, the main point I'm trying to get across here is the Manta Network just recently got USDM, and this is BlackRock's entry into Manta. And the reason why I'm putting this up here is because Manta Network could potentially see some liquidity flow onto the chain. And it's another one that I have been monitoring very closely. Any questions?
No, not right now. I'm listening still.
Cool. Gotcha. Now, the reason why Manta Network is extremely important is because if you guys just come over here and check out the entire setup, they're basically backed by Polygon and then OP Stack, Polkadot, and a lot of these bigger guys. And so because BlackRock is positioning itself on this chain, you might see some more tokenized securities. You might see some sort of incorporation into their entire ecosystem. Now, what's really interesting about this is not only is BlackRock putting a stablecoin on Manta, they also have a very interesting tokenomics model that really surprised me and really reminded me of a one particular blockchain that we have been talking about for about 2 weeks straight. That not a lot of people have really been getting through the brain. So I'll put you guys up on game. So if you come over here to the Manta utility on Manta Atlantic, here I'm gonna zoom in real quick. They recently just updated this. 72% of network usage fees are allocated to ecosystem projects, enhancing incentives for apps built to Manta. 18% goes to Treasury, government to incentivize network development and future parachain auctions. So that's with Polkadot. And then 10% is distributed to collaterals to produce blocks containing transactions. So if you're basically a validator, you'll get 10% of transactions. They're paying people to build on top of Manta. They're using the same model as Blast. And this thing's going to start translating to other chains. But here's the thing. They're going to do it very, very quietly, and they're going to act like they had no idea about it. But the thing that Manta did was they saw what Blast was doing it, and they did it before it went viral. Just think about that.
I mean, there's snakes. It's a game. There is a blockchain game going on, and a lot of these people are going to be racing to have the first stable coins and the first of these types of. I said it when you first told me this. I said they're gonna copy Blast. I said there's somebody will copy Blast, and next thing you know, we find out Manta literally adds this. This is added very recently after Blast had its documentation out there. So definitely seeing blockchain wars go on, man.
Yeah.
You've got to incentivize these people to stay here.
Yeah. You want to know the crazy part is I know how Manta is going to onboard a bunch of people though. And this is the crazy part. So
Let's go. Let's get the plot thickens. I love it, bro. I love it.
Check this out. Check this out, man. We gotta. So check this out. Remember Gold Network? Remember Gold Network?
Yeah,
Powered by
and
the
look at that now. Look at that now. What's right there on the front page? Did you see that?
right there. Manta
What? Why is
Network.
that? Why is Blast on there, bro?
Oh wow, look at that. Blast right there.
Right next to Manta.
Blast. But check this out. Check this out. So if I scroll down, guess who's gonna start talking about Gold Network and try to get stuff pumping on Manta? Just take a guess. Take a guess.
I think I know. I
Take
think
a
I know
guess.
who it is.
Take a guess. What's this? What's this?
I think I
What's
know.
what's this?
Keep going. Keep zooming. Keep zooming.
Keep zooming. What's this? What's this? What's this?
What is it?
What's this?
What is
What's this?
that?
What's that? I have no idea. I have no idea. Is it crypto banter?
Is it Banter Capital?
Is it banter capital? Is VC fun?
Is that
Like dude, like this all adds up, man. Let's keep it real here. You got Manta Network right over here. You got their new tokenomics layout. And then you come over here to Gold Network, which is a layer 3 meme coin chain because everybody loves meme coin chains that plugs in to the Manta layer 2. What they're priming to do is to set up so that a bunch of money comes onto Manta. They use the Gold Network for meme coins, and they use that as a way to increase on-chain activity. Boom. You guys I got my little crystal ball. Mine actually works. Nagabo's doesn't. And my crystal ball says this thing is going to go crazy very soon during meme coin season. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's crazy that, it's gonna go and it has meme coins on it. And I just wonder what meme coin is it gonna be? Oh, who knows? Who knows? But it's really exciting to know that there is one. If you are interested in this topic at all, you should go check it out and see if you can find a banger or figure out the mystery of the meme coins on Gold Network.
Yeah, there is one meme coin on Gold Network that they specifically partnered with for this specific scenario. And the best part about it, this tweet that was just put out, they actually retweeted this tweet. So I'll let you guys figure that out. So you see if you guys can do the little research and figure out, What is the meme coin? And it's the only meme coin that you can currently swap for on the Gold Network that is currently live, but they haven't done the Gold airdrop. Happens to maybe be a dog token, and it also sits on the Manta and the Gold Network. So I'll leave it to you guys. So yeah, man, that's my research. Manta Network, something's cooking. I have a feeling this one's going to be force. Manta's going to be like a force narrative, and then Blast is going to be like a natural, gradual. You guys come in and use the network. You see what I'm saying? So one's going to be very natural. One's going to be extremely forced. Is how I'm seeing this come out. Did you get the same conclusion?
Oh yeah, it definitely makes sense, and I could definitely see how Blast is going to be possibly something real exponential with the way that it's releasing that FTV. So that's really exciting to see something real new.
Yes, sir. And our next segment, we just had a new Pulse Chain coin launch that I'm excited to shout out and tell you guys about. I know a lot of you guys are Pulse Chain guys, so I'll give you some Pulse Chain alpha because we always try to give a little bit of Pulse Chain alpha. Not only are we the stable coin guys, we're also the alien guys, man. Any alien coin we get into, it's an absolute banger. PTGC did its thing, Alien did its thing, and guess what? Abracadabra, Alakazam, I say Enki does its thing. Boom. Your coin is going to be Enki. Now, you guys come over here. Let me just go to the website first. So let's see if it pops up. Oh, wow. This is a crazy cool website. So Enki is another token within the Alien ecosystem. Man, this is a really great website. Shout out to the creator, man. Awesome. And basically, I guess they haven't had the tokenomics set up, but basically what it does is it goes in, it buys PDI, Teddy Bear, PTGC, Alien, burns them, and they're also a reflection. Also, on top of that, it does an auto LP between Enki and Rat Pulse and also burns Enki. So basically, this is a deflationary token. It's built on top of the Alien PTGC ecosystem, which is also built on top of the Atropa 414, A1A, the entire, like, you see what I'm saying? There's like levels to this. There's so much stuff going on. So the founder of this project, one of my good friends, he's also my boy. He did a great job when he launched his token, and he set up a bunch of LPs between Rat Pulse, Incentive, PDI, Atropa, Rat BTC, PTGC, Down, and Alien. So basically, it's like another web. And the goal is to not only assist with what's going on with PDI, but it's also to support the Alien, the PTGC ecosystem. So if you guys are a big fan of PDI, Teddy Bear, and PTGC and Alien, PDI, Teddy Bear, Atropa, and PRAP BTC, this is a great token you can hold and earn reflection rewards on top of it. So just doing a little bit of a chart analysis. When it first launched, we had a little bit of a sell-off, and now it's starting to trade sideways right around this magnet, right about, I'll say right about here. Definitely did bottom out. I will tell you that it bottomed out down here. This launched on the 28th. What's today? The 1st. So it's only like about 3 days old. Yeah. So we definitely do have a bottom confirmation. It's coming up, and we're starting to get that price floor set in. Now, the reason why I like Enki so much, it launched at the bottom of Pulse. So if
Ooh,
Pulse were to do a 200x from here, that means a lot of these LPs going back into Enki, it's going to make it extremely liquid, and it's also going to support the ecosystem. Does that make sense?
absolutely.
So the main point I'm trying to get across is a lot of these tokens did not launch at the bottom of Rat Pulse, but Enki did, and then another token that did that was UFO, and they both play into the same ecosystem. What you're seeing on Pulse Chain is you got these communities with their own webs and stuff. This is part of the PDI, PTGC, A1A web that's smashed together, and it's going to be there to assist it. So overall, I think it's really great. It's going to burn a lot of tokens, and dude, honestly, bro, I could definitely see this being anywhere between 100x to 1000x. Jim, what do you think about that?
I agree, man. I mean, it definitely couldn't have been a better time to launch that there. And then you put all of those great tokens in one as reflections, built out on the strongest, and easily the best narratives on the Pulse chain, you have something real good there. And then especially it's liquidity paired, and you have this web already built into it. So I mean, it's got a lot of good potential. I like it that the chart's already bottomed out. It looks like it's only going to go up from here, man. It's looking real nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, some good comments here. Blast is 70%, but Maddie Allen time pays me 70 years. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then
Eh,
Goog, yeah, go ahead.
no. You're good. You're good. I was reading.
And then Goo God said developers are being paid on paid to biddle on Metis too. That's a good point too. Yeah, we need to do a live stream talk about Metis. Maybe we can bring on Goo God because Goo God's really good with Metis. I remember, I don't know if it was Adam or me. It was probably Adam told him about it, and he went on and dude, like Goo guy went on and he found like the best meme coins on Metis and absolutely crushed it. He found Vitalik's bomb.
Mom, I remember that. The man was all over that. Yeah, that's oh, bro.
Dude,
Wow.
no, bro, it was so funny. He's like, bro, don't ever fade Vitalik's mom. V mom.
Still,
So,
we're still thinking she might do something. Metis. We know metis means something like yeah. We can't even. You guys should just go look up what metis is, what it
oh,
means.
bro, yeah, dude, yeah. All right, well, let's get into the charts.
Yeah.
The charts, because I do not want to talk about what menace means. It's not good. All right, now let's take a look at this monthly close. We talked about it a little bit last time, but I'm gonna catch my boy up a little bit. So we had a big monthly. Oh, actually, wait, today's the first, right?
Today is the first.
All right, so yeah, now we have the official monthly close going on. So basically, last time we talked about this, we said, okay, we're gonna come up here, come back down, green candle, test up here. Oh wait, no, this is Ethereum. What am I doing? My bad. I was about to say, why does this chart look so weird? I mean, I meant to do Bitcoin.
There we
So we
go.
finally have it. So we came back up, came back down, and this is just trading sideways on the monthly close. Now, when we were up here, we were saying like, "Hey guys, we might come back down here and test this out one more time." Because typically, what I see when it trades sideways, you get about 2 to 3 touches before your next move, especially on the monthly. So we came all the way back down here, touched. Everybody thought it was the end, and now we're opening up the new month. So, in my opinion, if all plays well and we don't have any sort of black swan event, and I'm not going to get into black swan events because we'll probably get banned off the face of YouTube, but I do think that we are on track for something to happen because typically when we trade sideways and we get to the lower end, and let me show you guys the weekly. And this is something I noticed on charts. So on the weekly, we're forming this big old M. And typically what the rule book says, when you have a higher high and a lower high, that's actually extremely bearish. That signifies a double top. But keep in mind, we're in a bull market, and this is based off percentages, so it's not 100%. Typically, when you have a double top like this, you have 1, 2, and then you look for one of the swing lows from the second breakout. So that's gonna be right here. And if we start coming back down this way, and we surpass this level, so it'll probably come back down here, come back up, test it, and then come back down. Then that means it's going to be extremely bearish. That's what it typically means the double top, but that's not always the case. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's on the weekly,
Yep.
but on
You've
the
been saying
daily,
we don't want the M, bro.
nah, bro. M is bad, dude. M is bad. It's the 13th letter. McDonald's is the 13th letter. Marathon's the 13th letter. I'm not going to get into this because I probably
Yep.
will get banned off of
Yep.
YouTube.
We keep treading on thin ice, bro. You gotta you gotta stop, bro. We got a family friendly channel.
Yeah. But on the weekly, we do have a head and shoulders or a cup and handle. So it is definitely bullish. And typically with this, it comes down. Let me get rid of these. Sorry, these moving averages drive me nuts. Come down back down here. And then if we come back and test up here, we do have a target breakout. Because typically with these patterns, right before they break out, they usually have a breakdown and they come back up and then boom. See you later. So right now, it's not looking too bad. Let me look at some of the candles. Oh wow, look at that, dude. We got a massive hammer candle. So the reason why I'm pointing out this hammer candle right here, a lot of these candles indicate trend reversals. So, for example, this is called a dragonfly doji. You see how it has like two whisk right here, like a dragonfly. So when you have like a green candle and then some sort of doji, it indicates a trend reversal. Bro, you look like you're about to fall asleep. You good?
No. I'm just looking. No, I'm looking at it.
I know, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. So when you have that doji, it means all right, we're gonna have a trend reversal, and then that's when we start coming back down and start coming back up. Now, if you have a doji after a red candle, that's bullish. That means there's gonna be another trend reversal. And let me show you a few other candles so that you guys know what I'm talking about. So, for example, right here on the daily, Dragonfly Doji, green candle. See you later. Bada beam, bada boom. And then this is a bullish engulfing candle. And then we're out of here. Now, another one. Um, let's see. Actually, let's go back to the all-time high because this is an important one to look out for. Let's look at the daily on the all-time high. Typically, the daily shows these a little bit better. Um, sorry, I'm just trying to look for the candle. I'm looking for a gravestone doji because these are the ones that you want to look out for, especially when we start getting in. So basically, oh man, I'm not seeing it. So basically, what a gravestone doji looks like is you basically have like a flat line like this, and then a line coming up right here and looks red. That's called a gravestone doji. If you ever see a gravestone doji on the 4-hourly, the daily, the weekly, or even the monthly, like the higher time frame you go up, the more bearish it is. So you got a green candle and then a gravestone doji, you run for the hills. You do not look back. You just run. That is something you do not want to see. That is the highest probability that something is about to go down and crash and burn. Now, if you see a doji, sorry, I'm just drawing stuff. Now, if you see a doji like this, like just a straight little doji, and it comes down, yes, you're going to get a little bit of like some red days, but also you can still get a price reversal. So for example, we had a doji right here, came down, and then we had a doji off of this candle. Typically that means okay, we're going to go back up, but then boom, we had a bearish engulfing candle. So there's like levels to different types of candles. Sorry, I want to rant. Does that all make sense?
No, I'm learning. I'm learning about it.
All right, cool.
So you're going back to where we are. You're talking about a dragonfly doji, correct?
Uh, yeah. I think the main point I'm trying to get across here is we got a handle right here on the weekly. Now, if this comes out to being like some sort of dragonfly doji, so it goes up, maybe comes back down, then comes back up, and it's overall just green, that's going to indicate a trend reversal, which means the rest of this month is going to be bullish. So if this weekly close comes out as a doji, I guarantee what's probably going to happen is we're going to get a couple green candles. We're going to come up here. All right, that does not look like a price chart. We're gonna like come up here and then test out this right here, and we might come up and then come back down and then boom, see you later. So that's what I'm looking for on the weekly is I want to see some sort of doji and or just a straight bullish engulfing candle where we have a candle comes up and just engulfs this entire red candle right here. That would mean bullish. Now taking a look at the daily. Now we go lower time frames, it's really hard to come out. So on a lower time frame, we came back down, we trade sideways, a little bit of a doji, and then a bullish engulfing candle. So it's saying that on the daily, it's looking extremely bullish, and we're coming back up. So that's why I'm talking about that weekly close being some sort of doji or at least a bullish engulfing candle. Because if that were to happen, I would be extremely bullish, and I could say that we are going to come up here and test 71K. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now,
The
that's your
weekly is
first.
going to be the indicator.
Yeah. Now, the other thing you want to, I'm also looking for is we could have something pop off in July. I did say black swan. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if something pops off, there's a good chance that we might come a little bit lower, and that is within the realm possibility. But this thing is like the same scenario of looking for an asteroid. It is election season. We're not going to get into the details. I'm not going to tell you about all the stuff because we'll get banned. But the main point I'm trying to get across is if we were to come back down, the price targets that we would probably come back and test. And that's the thing that we need to take into mind. So a lot of people are saying 52K. This is something I see all over Twitter, so I don't think it's going to actually happen because if all you guys are saying this, I always do the opposite because it's never true. And then the next one, the next reasonable level is probably going to be somewhere right around, I would say, 42K, or I would even just put in probably 46K because there is a level we have to come back down and test here. This is another place to look at because if that were to happen, it could come back down here and scare everyone to death and then come back up. And that's still bullish. That is a healthy correction. The only time I will say we are out of this bull market when it comes to price performance, and if this scenario were to play out, is if we get right around, I would say, if we drop below 40K right here. If we drop below 40K, I would come on and be like, all right, guys, that's it. Another 4 years, and that's it for this bull market. We'll come back and get them back later. You see what I'm saying? So that is a huge psychological level that could potentially indicate that that's it for the bull market. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that would be the point where we say it really is over, guys. Back
Yeah.
up. We really
So
are done.
we are really done. Yeah. So those are some price targets to look for. And the other thing I will say, when we come up here, there's a lot of resistance because we have these two highs right here. And then when we come down here to about 48K, we do have a bunch of resistance. Well, I'll say 46K. We do have a bunch of resistance here. So we come back down, anyone who bought here or bought down here might buy in, and we might just trade sideways. So that's why I picked 46K, because there is a lot of resistance at this level. And it's going to be the same issue when Bitcoin comes back up and trades back, because once it starts coming back towards its all-time high, it's got to go past some of these all-time highs over here, which is going to be holding it down because typically people like to sell or break even and yada yada. So all good.
Got it.
All right, Bitcoin dominance. All right, so this is actually kind of playing out to what we were saying. I had this drawn out earlier, but basically, if you guys were watching past live streams, you can check it out. And this is just on the daily. Now it's breaking down, coming up, touching this one, and now we're in a very key point of time. This week is extremely important, not only for that weekly closeout to say if it's bullish or bearish, but also on the Bitcoin dominance chart. We're coming into this ascending wedge, right? Or like a lot of people like to say pizza. The question is, based on this daily closeout, do we come back up in here and stay up in here, or do we touch here, come up a little bit, and then boom, come back down and then just die? And then altcoin season starts. So we're at a crucible of this chart right now. And I'm gonna be watching the charts like a hawk. Usually we're degening and touching things, well, and not buying things. That almost said it really wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. So usually we're degening, we're buying things, we're looking at different stuff. But the main point I'm trying to get across is based off of this, if we have this massive breakdown, then altcoin season is 100% in. If you guys have been paying attention to other shows, everybody's talking about this now. Why did I do that? The 200 weekly moving average. This thing got touched last week. No, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. And some people are saying that signifies once it touches this line, there's a massive breakdown, right? Now, one thing I want to point out here is we still have the 100 monthly moving average. I'm calling this right now. A lot of people are sleeping on the 100 monthly moving average, and this is just like the average price range across 100 months. And this thing just popped up, and this is a major trading indicator that's also going to be used in the next market. We're also trading extremely close to this. This thing is coming down like a rocket. It is sitting at 58%. When we started talking about this thing, dude, this thing was like almost at like 60, 61%. So the other question I have for this month specifically, if Bitcoin were to run up, will it touch this 100 monthly moving average? Because if it does, we are 100% in altcoin season. And if it doesn't bounce off of what would I say, the 300 weekly moving app? No, was it the 400?
I think you said 300.
No, 400. I'm sorry, 400 weekly moving average. If it doesn't break down after the 400 weekly moving average, it will 1000% break down if it touches the 100 monthly moving average. And that is why I'm watching this thing like a hawk, because I don't see any other channel talking about this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And now
And
what? According to the way you mapped it out from the beginning, it would look like there's going to be one more run up close to that 100 monthly moving average, and then we're going to break down. That's kind of what we've been saying all along.
yeah, well, that's where it comes down the daily. So that's why this week is important, because you got two options, and I'm not going to sit here and be like it's this one or that one. There's multiple ways this can play out, because very solemnly is anybody getting everything correct. So it's easier to do a bunch of lists of scenarios. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So scenario one, if this thing comes in and pops up into this ascending wedge and then comes back down, touches this and goes down, boom, that is altcoin season. Scenario two, if this thing comes up and then continues to just trade sideways and then maybe go up a little bit, let's see if that touches the 100 monthly moving average. Oh, God. Gosh darn it. Not high enough, but here, let me go back to the daily real quick. So if this thing continues to do something like this, let's just do this. Say it just goes like this, bam, 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 something like that. All right, hopefully that works then. Yeah, there you go. So, and let's say the 100 monthly moving average comes in at some point and touches this and drops down, then that could be scenario number two. So there's two scenarios where altcoin season, and the reason why we're looking at this is because once that line gets touched, and this comes from the past ones, if you look at the 300 weekly moving average, when it got touched in the last market, it just dropped like a rock. Boom. Right here. Right when it got touched, it came up, and then boom, just came down. And not many people realize we're in altcoin season. It's the same exact scenario where we're sitting at right now with altcoins. Are we in altcoin season? Because if it starts to break down, then that means a lot of your altcoins are going to do anywhere between 100x to a 500x. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much means one of two scenarios, and they're both way exciting, man. Very exciting.
Yeah. So the best strategy to do this is, if you've been waiting on a coin to get into, dude, all these altcoins are like dead right now. Like, this is the time to do it. If you wanted an AI coin, if you wanted a gaming coin, if you wanted an RWA, if you wanted a Polkadot coin, I don't even like Polkadot, but you wanted, actually, I do like Polkadot, but if you wanted one, I like one project, Interlay, but if you wanted those types of projects or whatever, now's the time to do it, because you're not going to get an opportunity like this once we start to hit altcoin season, and the cope is going to be so awesome. So yeah, man. So that's what we're rocking and rolling with. I think once we see what happens this week, we'll have a clear indicator of where we're sitting at. If we're trading inside this channel, 100 monthly moving average is in play. If we start coming back down here, and we get past this swing low, it's altcoin season. And once we're past this swing low, dude, I'm gonna start telling you guys, hey, it's time to get in these coins. So ultimately, good stuff. Now let's take a look at ETH. ETH. All right, we'll take a look at ETH, and then we'll get moving on to some altcoins very, very quickly. All right, so it looks like ETH came up, and then everyone said, "Oh my god, it's so dead," and we're like, "Nah, bro, it ain't dead." And we started buying meme coins right here. Like this was the best time to buy meme coins on ETH
Yes.
was right here,
Yes.
because we did have a little bit of a run. Bobo did its thing, came up, touched at about 4K, and now it's coming back down. So right now it looks like it's just doing a nice little flag. Hold on, let me see the daily. I'm not sure if we really have it. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I talked about this, but this does look like a little bit of a cup and handle being formed. Yes. So the question is, if this ETH ETF comes up, so I'm telling you, if it comes up here, you can make a case for this being a cup and a handle, or you can say this is a inverse head and shoulders.
Yep. Seeing that too. Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if I put a target on this one. I'm hoping I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll just double check it.
We've got several.
Okay. Yeah, so we do have the target here. All right. So our target for this one is about 47K. All right. So here's what I want to see happen. Depending on the ETH ETF being approved. Oh, yeah, we did do this. Yeah. If the ETH ETF gets approved and we start to get inflows, what's probably going to happen is we come up here and trade sideways for a little bit, trade sideways, and then boom, just like how Bitcoin does it, just a massive pop to the upside. And then we start to see ETH come up here and test all-time highs. So I'm predicting if that gets approved, I mean, if inflows start coming in, we will test all-time highs for ETH. That is the prediction. Now, if it gets rejected, which is very well within the realm of possibility, we're going to come back down to about 28K. It'll be a free fall to 28K. We might overshoot it to 27K, trade sideways, and then wait for it to get approved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he means 2,800.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. 2,800. Yeah. I mean, and you can also say that this is like a falling wedge right here on the daily. So, well, actually, yeah, it's just a massive flag. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's looking good, man. So, if we close up a little high, definitely bullish, and we're looking good. All right. And then last thing before we get into all the good. You know what I'm saying? Crypto total market cap excluding top 10 dominance. So, this is what I'm using as another indicator for altcoin season, baby. Now, check this out. So, we talked about how this is having some similar components. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right. Oh, no, this is percentage. I'm sorry. So, we talked about how this is having some similar components to actually, I think I want the percentage. Hold on. Yeah, I want the percentage. So, we talked about how the crypto total market cap excluding top 10 has very similar components and a great indicator for when altcoins going to start popping off, and also to the Bitcoin price chart dominance. Now, just taking a look at the crypto total market cap, excluding top 10 dominance, I found something that's very interesting that I want to point out. If we take a look at the 400 weekly moving average, and we take a look at the trading against, last time we went down below this, and this is the sum of all the altcoins together except the top 10, not including Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatnot. These are the coins that you guys are in. This chart is the best, most accurate representation of that. So you should be looking at this chart if you got a meme coin or altcoin. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. It makes a whole lot of sense looking at it now.
Cool.
Seeing exactly what it's about to do.
So on the 400 weekly moving average, pay attention to this. This yellow line is one that we drew. It's our trend line. We came back down, blew past it, and then came back up. Last time and we recently just went down past this line. The last time this happened, we skyrocketed up to a dominance of almost 13%. So we went up by about 2%. If the history plays out, there's a good chance that we're going to see the altcoin dominance go up and or just trade sideways. So this is also another great indicator saying that, hey, we might see altcoins start to rip very, very soon, which is pretty crazy and has a lot to do with the 400 weekly moving average. Now, let's say we go back and see what's up. Yeah, it's not going to be great for the 100 monthly moving average. Let's look at the 300. Yeah, so check this out. We didn't get a double touch in the last market. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. We didn't have a double touch in the last market, but right when this thing came down and touched the 300 weekly moving average, it started skyrocketing to the freaking moon, baby. And then came back down, touched it, one more touch, came back up, came straight down. And since it was sitting right down here, this was your time to get into altcoins right here. Went way down and was below it. And this was the time where altcoins are getting absolutely trashed. You could have come in, bought in, and then boom, now we're sitting above this line again. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because now that we have the 400 weekly moving average and it's touching again, there's a good chance that we could see a altcoin dominance increase on the percentage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm liking all these new indicators, man.
Cool.
Well,
Now,
new to me. I'm sure some of you pros, have been looking at this forever.
Now, one last thing I want to point out here, and this is going to be a really, really important thing. Now, you can say this is an inverse head and shoulders. You can say this is a cup and handle. It's basically the same. You can make a case for either or. Where's this dominance going to go? So when dominance starts going back up, its first move is going to test the all-time highs. So what's probably going to happen is if it comes back down here, it could trade sideways. And then once it comes up here, hits it, tests it out, and then boom. And it's going to start going for testing its all-time highs right off of that move. And the real question is, how high can this go? And the reason why this is a great indicator is because this will show you how much money is flowing into the altcoins that you're in comparison to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. So good stuff. Good stuff. I need to put a target right here. So if this comes up here and then boom. Well, actually, we could potentially see this dominance get almost as high as 30%. Well, I'll save it for another one. So good stuff, man. All right. So ready for want to run through some meme coins real quick? How much time we got?
What are we sitting at? We're at 53 right now.
53. All right. Yeah, we'll run through. We will run through a couple. Man, that was a lot of alpha.
Noteworthy ones out there.
That was a lot of alpha. All right. Wrap Pulse. All right, let's look at the higher indicators real quick. I don't really want to look at the short time frame because everybody's getting free. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that, dude. All right, I'm gonna get rid of actually. All right, I'm gonna keep this line right here. So check this out. We had a magnet right here on the weekly, came back down. We had almost a bullish engulfing candle, and then now we have we closed out a little bit higher, so you can make an argument for that being a doji, and now we're closing out. So this could be the bottom reversal on Pulse Chain, dude, because it's showing you on the weekly.
I think somebody else thinks that too. There you go, right there.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, this is a great indicator that Pulse Chain had a bottom reversal. And just looking at it on the daily time frame, it seems like if we can close out again on this week and get 2 candles, well, how many candles is that? Yeah, we get 2 candles in the green and we can get above and just touching this magnet. That's gonna be a great indicator that Pulse is about to run, which is gonna be crazy. And if that's the case, then we have to come up and we got a lot of resistance to test out. but we might actually be getting closer to that 52 weeks to shake out the weekends mark, even though it did take 52 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times people were saying like 52 weeks, shake out the weekends? My God, dude,
Look,
these guys were so wrong.
52 weeks is equivalent to as many weeks as it takes to get rid of the losers. And look how low we've gone. So there's not that many people left holding.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
really not. It's very, very. I mean, it's very, very close to the bottom. So, I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the little bit of life. It looks like a skate ramp. It looks like. I hope that thing turns into like a full blown half pipe chart, and it just moons, bro.
Yeah. Well, if this starts coming up, you realize this is going to be one of two train patterns. You can say that this is just a massive inverse head and shoulders, right? Actually, I'm going to do a little bit lower price target. So that's going to give us our breakout point. So our breakout point is going to be about 3 zeros and a 3. Well, 3 zeros and a 4 if we break out of that one. But also, you can make a case for this being a atom and a massive eve. So atom and an eve if it comes all the way up like that, right? Remember that
Right.
train pattern? So
Yep. The WV.
yeah, so overall it's both both of it's going to be extremely bullish and yeah, man, I'm pretty excited, man. Seeing a $402 million market cap just reminds me of Blast. Like Blast is at the same market cap as Pulse Chain. Just think about that for a second. That's what tells me. I'm pretty sure Pulse Chain took $20 million to build that chain because Blast took the same exact amount and its market cap is basically sitting at the same one. I mean, you can make the case for the fully diluted value, but also there is the oh god, what's it called? The Hex OA address that owns 90% of the token. So I mean, you can make a case for case, but overall, it has very, very similar components, if that makes sense. So cool. Teddy Bear. Number one meme coin on Pulse Chain, dude. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Man,
It
I
reversed
saw,
right along with it.
yeah, look at that. Nice little look at that. Hammer doji. Nice little hammer candle right there. We talked about this earlier, man. Got a hammer candle. Boom. Started reversing. Looks absolutely beautiful. So I don't think Bear is going to go too crazy until we get another pulse chain pump. And when that pulse chain pump starts going crazy, you're going to see all the maxis. I'm calling this right now. All the maxis are going to come out and be like, oh my God, you're better off holding Pulse because your altcoin is going to go down. That's what happened like right around here. It was like somewhere right around here. Pulse goes up and the dominance goes down. And so what's going to happen with Teddy Bear if Pulse starts to pump, it's going to do something similar to that where it'll go up here and then come back down and then boom, violent push the upside. Violent. I'm talking violent push the upside because that's how the Atropia ecosystem works. So overall, man, Teddy Bear's looking good. It's trading sideways. And I'm telling you right now, $18 million is a gift. An $18 million market cap on Bears a gift. 50 million's a gift. 75 million's a gift. This thing's going to billions, I firmly believe. So keep that in mind. Check out Scrolly, dude. Scrolly Oli with a dab of ranch. Let's freaking go, dude.
Holy pop. Okay. Look at him. Look at him.
Looking juicy, dude. That's an extremely healthy correction. Came up, touched it, came back down. Now the question is, I want to see it. I want to see it come up and touch 4 zeros and a 2-8 again, and then come back up here, form massive cup and handle, and then boom, off to the races. So if that price chart comes out, that'll give us a target of right about here. I'll put it like right here. So our breakout target is probably going to be about 4 zeros and 8. So that's one target to check out. So what just happened? All right. So basically the main point I'm trying to get across is we got a magnet here. We got to come back up here, test all-time highs, and then we do have a price target if we break out. So I still think scrolly right now at the time of this recording. Where's my Elliott wave? Where's my impulse wave? So we have actually, I still think we're in wave 1 of scrolly. So we're coming back down here, and it looks like we're about to start wave 3. So if we're starting wave 3 is going to be a violent reprice to the upside, and then 5 is usually a little bit higher. So if we're starting wave 3 on scrolly, this price target might just be, you know what I'm saying, like peanuts. You know what I'm saying, my man? Like peanuts.
I've been seeing Scrolly being talked about more and more throughout the weeks, and more by individuals whose accounts are larger and larger. So it's definitely something to look at right now, especially if you're seeing that we're coming into that second wave.
Yeah. So that second wave is going to be absolutely crazy, and I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, I love scrolling, man. Did really well off this pick. One of our better picks for sure. What else do we want to look at? Oh, so it kind of crashed, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude. You had to chat. We had to talk about it.
Crash is looking beautiful. All right, so on the daily, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. So we actually had a lot of meme coins correction right after that, so that made sense. Let's look at the 4-hour. Damn, dude, look at that, man. That is crazy. So we came up, tested all-time highs, had a correction. You had your opportunity to get in right here, and that was what was that correction? A 61% correction. So you had your opportunity to come in and dive in, and then came up. Boom. Now it's just trading sideways right at the all-time highs. So that's actually looking pretty awesome and looking beautiful. So beautiful price chart. The one thing I want to see, especially, I know this is a 4-hourly, so we need a couple more days, but it'll be great to see this thing come up, test the all-time highs, come back down, and then boom. And that would actually form a beautiful Adam and Eve. And if that were the case, then we can get a price target right off of that. Yeah, so we can definitely test 6 cents pretty soon. So looks pretty good, man. Love it.
Nice.
Check Andy, dude. I love Andy. My conviction on Andy is so high right now. It's not even funny. I love this. I love this price chart. All right, so I need to move these over because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're saying it's gonna go all time high here?" I was like, "No, nah, that's when I was doing the price targets. That's when we were doing what was it? This right here, and getting our charts in. So we came up here, tested all time highs. Now we're trading a little box of opportunity. So box opportunity 32 cents and 18 cents. So there's a good chance we'll trade sideways. And then once we start to see the blast on-chain liquidity pick up and the volume picks up, that's when we're going to start to see a breakout in Andy. So in my opinion, I think this thing's going to trade sideways, and then one day when you barely even notice, boom, it goes. Let's take a look at the weekly.
I think it's at a good spot right now.
Yeah, so we came up, came back down. Looks like we were going to go and test this on the weekly. Well, let's look at the 3-day. Make sure we test all the magnets on the 3-day. So magnet here came up, tested this magnet. I guess we're coming back down, testing this magnet. Okay, so if we come back down and we test out 0.18 cents, all magnets have been tested on all time frames. And what that means is typically when you have like a magnet, someone like bought the top here, right? And so if the price comes back up here, right when someone buys the top, usually that's their opportunity to sell right here if they don't have high conviction, right?
Right.
So that gives everyone an opportunity that bought the top here, they probably sold right here. Bought the top right here, they probably sold somewhere right here. Bought the top right here, they probably sold somewhere right here or here. So these are, you're testing each of these levels. Now, when all the levels have been tested on every single time frame, so the 1 day, the 3 day, the weekly, and then you can make a case for the monthly, but it's just gonna be one big candle. Oh, actually, wait. I'm sorry. I was thinking of crash. And then also on the monthly. So we tested here, came back down, tested this one, boom. So all time frames have been tested, which means Andy is clear to pump and there's not going to be much resistance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's new to me too, also. So thank you. I like to know that.
Yeah, so right now
Test all
Andy,
time frames. Test all
yeah.
levels on all time frames.
Yeah, that's why we do the magnets. Everyone's like it seems really complicated, but it's really not that complicated. You know,
It's not. It's not. No, but way you broke that down is real easy. So thank you.
yeah, so cool. All right, let's do one more and then let's just wrap it up. What's another one we can take a look at? Let's take a look at Linda. This one's been lagging a little bit of a correction. So haven't taken profit on this one. This is one of our higher conviction plays. Linda had a massive run up and looked like it had a double top over here. So top, came back down. So now it's trading at about was that 4 zeros and a 2, and it's just consolidating sideways. So the question is it gonna come back down here and test out this magnet? Because if you guys look at these magnets, bro, they tested them pretty nicely. Came up here, boom, came back up here, tested this one, boom, came up, traded across this one, and then came back down to this next magnet. So we could come down here and test out this magnet. And if we hit this one right here, this is gonna be the greatest buying opportunity on Linda. That also means we could also go lower. We could potentially go as low as, I'm not saying we are, but 5 zeros and a 7. So this is another opportunity to get in. But what I want to see with Linda is it comes down here, test this magnet, and they come back up here and test that. And then boom, I do think that's going to be extremely bullish. So yeah, overall, Linda looks really good. Market's really slow. This is our highest conviction play on the Lina network. And to be honest, when Lina starts ripping, I think this is going to be one of the first ones. So good stuff, man. So awesome.
Yeah, the
All right, man.
volume online, I can't be that crazy right now. It's
But
so yeah, it's a
but
good
here,
leverage play.
yeah, but here's the thing. Lina is the MetaMask layer 2. That should tell you everything you need to know. MetaMask created, like, they funded the crap out of that out of that layer 2. So that's how I know that there's going to be a lot of money in it, and they're going to make MetaMask really easy to get onto that chain. So that is another avenue. See, guys, so what we do is we front run narratives, and after front running them, then we move on and we take our spoils of, well, we basically take our profits when we go back to Pulse Chain. That's how we do this, and it's worked out extremely well for us for the past year. So cool, man. You got anything else?
I think that's good right now. That's jam packed, filled with alpha. You got lots of meme coins, lots of stuff. We had a small viewership tonight. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I was going to stop us again and get us to smash the like button again, but there was never over 40 of us in here, so I just decided to just let it roll, Kris. So I hope that's good with you, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Look, I hope y'all all enjoy your 4th of July. If you are from the U.S., if you're not celebrating, thank you for coming anyways. But yes, if you are celebrating, thank you so much. Proud to be an American here in this country, even though it's sometimes it's tough. We can still be proud of being here and some of the things that this place stands for. So for me, it's about freedom. It's about truth. It's about justice. And I love that. I love that I can run the verse here with Kris here in this country. So just want to say I'm good. I'm thankful for this country. Hope you guys are too, and I hope you enjoy your holidays.
Peace out, y'all. Good stuff.
Peace.